This is the story of two massive video game developers, Rockstar Games and Ubisoft Refractions, formerly known as Refractions Interactive, and their references that mock one another's main characters in various video games that include Driv3r, Driv3r 2, Driv3r, GTA 3, GTA Vice City, and GTA San Andreas. Welcome everyone to the home of finding sweet chocolate Easter eggs within our video games. Well, okay, perhaps not chocolate ones, but it's as good as having and finding the real thing, but just on a different level, as this is the Easter Egg Hunter. Number 1. Up first is Grand Theft Auto 3, released some years back now in 2001, but which became the first in the entire series to give us an awesome and certainly different perspective to the GTA world, with a 3D universe to roam upon while we followed the main protagonist of Claude throughout the three main boroughs of Portland, Staunton Island and Shoreside Vale. But Staunton Island is where we need to be, as once it is open you can start working for Azuka Kazin, who resides in Newport. There are 5 jobs on offer, and it is the last one we are looking at, as it is named Two-Face Tanner, instantly referring to John Tanner, main character of the Driv3r series. But here's the first really interesting detail, so let's listen in to the job description.
Maria and I have gone shopping. Our source in the police has informed us that one of our drivers is a strangely animated undercover cop. He's more or less useless out of his car, so we've tagged it with a tracer. Make him bleed.
The strangely animated part is actually referring to John Tanner's posture while he is running and walking in Driv3r 2, while the second part regarding he is more or less useless out of the car is mocking John's lack of skills while on foot, as Driv3r 2 only gives you basic controls and functions such as hitting switches, changing cars, unlocking doors or setting detonator timers. During the actual mission, the job is to take out Tanner, whom we see very briefly leaving the casino located in Torrington, running down the stairs and hopping into his car, to which Rockstar added another dig by giving him the game's female running animation. Number 2. In the very next year, 2002, Rockstar unveiled GTA Vice City, this time following Tommy Vercetti in his quest to become the major power throughout the land of Vice City, which is based on the real-life location of Miami. For Rockstar's next dig at the Driv3r series requires taking on one of Mr. Black's payphone jobs, which become available every so often and normally after taking on one of the story's main missions. After Roadkill and Waste the Wife have been played out, the mission known as Autoside appears, where the call comes in outside the mall in Ocean Beach, Washington Street, where Mr. Black orders you to take out a European gang that include the members of Marcus Hammond, Franco Carter and Charlie Dilson, or in other words Mark Hammond, Frank Carter and Charlie Jolson from the game Getaway, Nick Kong as in Nicholas Kong from True Crime Streets of LA, and the other is Dick Tanner, who is working for DBP Security while wearing a Patrol Invest Group uniform. Number 3. GTA's final joke towards Driv3r we should look at can be found in the 2004 open world adventure of GTA San Andreas, where Carl Johnson, or CJ, returns to Grove Street to reunite with his old friends, mend family ties and try to discover the truth behind his mother's murder. Amongst the early stages of the game, roughly about an hour or so in, you can start to work for Jeffrey, now known as OG Locke, fresh out of jail, working at the Burger Shot, while also an aspiring rap superstar. It's in fact the third mission he deals you Mad Dog's rhymes, where asks CJ to steal Mad Dog's rhyme book from his recording studio resting in his mansion in Mulholland. While CJ navigates through the mansion, avoiding being spotted by the guards that loiter in the hallways and various rooms, there is one guard relaxing playing a video game though, who seems a little mad, and this is what he has to say.
sucks! I mean, how can Refractions mess up so bad? Tanner, you suck ass!
Refractions, of course, being Reflections, and Tanner being John Tanner, and was probably referring to Driv3r, which was released in the same year as San Andreas, though several months earlier. Number 4. To complete this episode today, we could not leave without seeing Reflections' response to the jokes that GTA inflicted upon their main character, and so here we have Driv3r. The undercover cop returned to the streets in 2004 to infiltrate a gang of Miami car thieves in order to foil their plot to obtain and ship 40 of the world's most expensive cars in one big hit worth $20 million. But aside from the main objective, the game brings many new elements, and exploration around the driver world has become even better by Tanner's new abilities, which also allow us to seek out the 10 characters that lurk in each of the 3 main locations. Well, I say characters, but what I actually mean is just one. And this is a beauty. So for starters, head to the main menu, select Take a Ride, choose Miami, and then set the start point into the top left position. Upon starting, immediately turn the car around, take the first right, followed by the first left, and continue down the road until you reach the train line that runs above and the road veers off to the left. At this point, exit the vehicle and run around the building in front of you and into the open area, and enter the alleyway on your right, which leads onto an open garage on the left. Where tucked away inside is a guy named Timmy Vermicelli, named after GTA Vice City's Tommy Vercetti, who is now named after a type of pasta. Timmy is also sporting an Hawaiian shirt like Tommy's, but he also has oversized hands. But to top it all off, his arms are bearing water wings, or inflatable armbands if you like, which mock the very fact that you could not swim in GTA Vice City. Timmy is also rather aggressive and can kill you quite easily with his machine gun, but if you find all of his hidden characters, there are some really neat awards awaiting you. And this completes the very intriguing story between these 2 great series.
Boing, 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 boing.